You think weddings are complicated today? Imagine living 100,000 years ago. No venue, no cake, no rings, no Instagram photos, just survival and each other. But here's the question nobody asks in history class. What actually happened on the very first wedding nights in human history? Was there romance? Was there ritual? Was there even a concept of a wedding at all? The answer is stranger, more fascinating, and more human than you'd ever expect. Before we talk about the wedding night, we need to ask something bigger. Did ancient humans even get married? The honest answer is, not the way we do. There were no ceremonies, no priests, no vows, but there was something equally powerful, pair bonding. Deep inside the human brain, a system evolved over millions of years that pushed two people together. Not just for one night, but for long enough to raise a child. Scientists believe this started appearing in our ancestors around 3 to 4 million years ago. Why? Because human babies are helpless. Unlike most animals, a human baby cannot survive alone. It needs years of protection, food, and care. So evolution created a solution. 2 parents, bonded together, working as a team. That was the original purpose of what we now call marriage. Not love, not romance, pure survival. So how did ancient humans actually end up together? They didn't swipe left, right? They didn't go on dates. In early hunter-gatherer societies, people lived in small groups of 20 to 50 individuals. Everyone knew everyone. And attraction was biological. Studies show that ancient humans were drawn to specific physical signals without even understanding why. Symmetrical faces suggested good genetics. A strong body suggested survival ability. Certain scents, yes, literally body odor, signaled compatible immune systems. Your nose was choosing your partner before your heart ever did. And when 2 people in a group began spending time together, sharing food, protecting each other, that was it. That was the ancient version of they're together now. No proposal, no ring, just a quiet, unspoken agreement between 2 humans. Now, the part you've been waiting for? What actually happened? Here's the truth. For the earliest humans, there was no wedding night as a separate event. There was no ceremony followed by a private night together. Life was lived communally, closely, with very little privacy. Early humans slept in groups, in caves, around fires, side by side for warmth and protection. Privacy simply didn't exist. Researchers studying modern hunter-gatherer tribes, who still live similarly to our ancient ancestors, found that intimacy was just a quiet, natural part of daily life. Nothing dramatic, nothing ritualized, just 2 people, choosing each other, consistently, over time. That consistency was the commitment. But as humans evolved, something changed. Around 30,000 years ago, evidence begins appearing of early symbolic behavior. Jewelry made from shells, body paint, decorative objects exchanged between people. Archaeologists believe some of these were early forms of gifts between partners, tokens of bonding, the beginning of what we now call romance. By the time of early agricultural societies, around 10,000 years ago, marriage became something more formal. Because now humans owned things, land, animals, crops, tools, and ownership changed everything. Suddenly, it mattered who your children were, because they would inherit what you built. So rituals appeared, agreements between families, ceremonies witnessed by the community. The wedding night became an event, a transition, a moment society recognized as the beginning of a new unit. In many ancient cultures, Mesopotamia, early Egypt, ancient India, the wedding night was considered sacred. A moment when 2 people officially became one household in the eyes of their community. Now let's talk about what was happening inside their bodies. because this is where science gets genuinely fascinating. The moment two people who are deeply bonded come together, a chemical storm begins. Oxytocin, called the bonding hormone, floods the brain. It creates a feeling of deep trust, warmth, and attachment. Dopamine, the same chemical triggered by food and pleasure, surges, creating an almost addictive pull toward that one specific person. And vasopressin, a hormone linked to long-term commitment, begins quietly rewiring the brain, making that person feel necessary, not just wanted, necessary. This wasn't unique to modern humans. Our ancient ancestors felt exactly the same chemical rush, the same racing heart, the same overwhelming closeness, the same feeling of, this person is mine and I am theirs. That feeling is 3 million years old. It didn't need a wedding ceremony to exist. It existed long before language, long before ritual.